This podcast a shout out. Shout out!
Hey, yo.
What a maneuver! Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Are you kidding me? The irresistible force meeting the...
What's going on? Once again, we're here. Another episode, March with Mike is here, holding it down. El Chicha en la casa, holding it down for JT, which is celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday to the big guy, down in Florida. And I'm here with the official, my main man, Michelangelo. What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Just winding down from this Christmas holiday, taking it easy, enjoying the days as they come in. But what else are you gonna do, man? Wrestling is always crazy. What about you, man? How you been?
Oh man, it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like official, put it out there on social media. Took that picture that picture when you buy a house, in front of the house and all that. So that was good. Spent it with my daughters. They had a great Christmas. You know, man, what can I say? Life is good, you know what I mean? So just now, like going on the last week of the year. So we just see you know, go back on this past week. Some things happens, let's see how everybody thinks of what it is. So you know, so but start with Raw, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah, right. Raw, I didn't watch too much. You know what I mean? Um, wasn't really like interested, but did by any chance you get to catch it?
I mean, I watched it, but I had to rewatch it because, I mean, most people feel this way as I do. I was bored as fuck, so I fell asleep during it. But there was one part that I was highly impressed with, man. Like I love Bianca Belair. Like shout out to her, man. She's just one hell of an athlete, and that match she had with Dewdrop, I mean, that was fucking awesome. Like I mean, she got the win over that, but just for her doing that, it just took me back to like Hulk Hogan days where he picked up Andre the Giant
Look at
and
the
slammed him in the
strength.
ring. Yeah, I
Look at the
know, man.
strength.
She's like
You
a
know.
100% all muscle. Like she has like 0% body fat from what I hear.
Yeah, and that's impressive, to pull that feat, what I mean, on TV. So I mean, Dewdrop, they need to change her name, you know what I mean? But she could go, man, and it's something different, you know what I mean? I think she could relate to a lot of them, and Bianca Belair, unfortunately, she got lost in the shuffle, but they know what they got there, you know what I mean? And that was, that's pretty impressive, bro.
Yeah,
I,
you're right
I,
though.
I,
They
to be honest, one of the best matches of the year, it has to be top five. Sasha versus Bianca. That match was a banger. You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't think the women get enough credit for what they do in the ring personally, but it is what it is. She's gonna be a champion again real soon. I can feel it because between Charlotte and Becky, I just don't see that lasting much longer because they've been the faces of the women's division for far too long now. So now they need to like step down a bit and let some of these hungrier female talents take the stage.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? They got a new crop coming up. You know what I mean? Like trying to get them from all types. I just saw something about some twins, some basketball players. The WWE hired. They looking mighty delicious. But hey, so moving on. What other uh, another thing that happened on Raw. To be honest, I can't recall. One of the storylines that they've been, I guess, teasing for the last few weeks. We finally got it. We got almost going crazy. You know what I'm saying? He going AWOL against AJ Styles. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, personally, it was okay in the beginning for AJ Styles to be his handler, but AJ Styles is like a top tier talent, so he didn't really need to be anybody's handler. But I guess to get him his like spotlight in the company, I mean, actually, originally he was the bouncer for that Raw Underground that Shane McMahon was hosting. Like, what was it, all them months back? So that was cool. What up, Medium Daddy? Cool. Happy holidays to you, man. Hope you enjoyed them. But yeah, man, almost. I mean, he didn't need to be somebody's lackey the whole time that he was. So I think he's going to be a good contender for a championship ASAP.
You're talking about almost
Yeah, like I think he could be a great
Osmosis
singles.
Jones?
Yeah, exactly. He could be a great
Dude,
singles champion, man. He don't need to be nobody's lackey no more.
dude, I see that guy, and all I see is Giant Gonzalez all over again without the fucking costume. I could care less for dude. To me, like if any wrestler, but like he just be that muscle, I'd be alright. You know, with the AJ Styles, which I thought that's where they were going, but then when they're doing the tag team, it's like, come on, man, that's my boy AJ Styles. You
It's
know what I'm
making me
saying?
wonder if Vince McMahon is going to start wanting to bring back, the land of the giants like he used to have back in the 80s and stuff like
Bro,
that, and then the early 90s.
I straight, you know what I mean? Like I did not like that pairing whatsoever. It just didn't make no sense. You know what I mean? Mm, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like to each his own, but that definitely was good news for me. You know what I mean? They finally put him out. You know what I mean? And of course, I guess we see now why it happened. You know, because eventually the next day we saw. But anything else you want to touch in on Raw that you could think of?
I mean, I'm good. I mean, it wasn't that great of a show, to be honest with you, man. And the
I
sad part
can
about it is, usually I expect this for like a go home show before a pay-per-view. So this was pretty bad because there's nothing even going on tonight. So.
wasn't that the tag team? They didn't like they had a tag team. And what's your thoughts on that Austin Theory? You know what I mean? And Vince McMahon chemistry. Is that something that perhaps gonna line up all the way to Mania and have a one last Steve Austin and Vince McMahon showdown? You know what I mean? Because that might be the last time you might see that. What's your thoughts on that Austin
Man,
Theory and Vince McMahon?
I don't even know what
Yeah.
direction they're going with that. I don't know if it's just like some random shit they're throwing together right now, but to me, it really doesn't make any sense because there's really no direction for it. Like, I think Austin Theory is a great talent. He plays like the great, asshole heel. Like, he's like taking pictures of everybody else he like knocks down afterwards and he pins them and shit. And he's getting a selfie with everybody. I mean, that's probably the best heat he can get right now. But as for him and Vince, like, I just don't know where it's going. So I'm just not fond of it, really.
Yeah, definitely that. I'm not saying, oh, his name is Austin. Oh, let's go with it. You know, but he is what I mean, a good looking fellow. You know what I mean. So definitely, why will Vince want to be on TV? I don't know you, but it seems like he struggles with what he's seen. It seems that Vince is for the first time being scripted. You know, it don't sound like the old Vince of old. You know what I mean, of all times and shit.
Wait,
And
that doesn't make any sense though. If he's being scripted, would he be being scripted by himself?
I mean, but I mean, I guess he approves it.
Yeah, right.
And he just said it, but I don't know, something's off. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see Vince like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, it's always cool to see him, but like the way he looks, it's like, damn, man. It's like time going by, B. Like it's like I want to know what pretty much why he's there. Like
What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason?
I don't understand what's the reason for it.
Maybe he's just trying to get his 15 minutes of fame back. Like, maybe he's feeling lonely backstage or in Gorilla or in one of those, video trucks in the back. Like, he just had to come out and do something because, for a
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I don't understand what's the purpose on that. You know what I mean? But I guess moving along to Tuesday NXT. You know what I
2.0.
mean? 2.0 up your ass. It So pretty much, I guess you know what I mean. We had a street fight that for some reason to me kind of lost the luster like it had at one point, or what could it have been. Do you feel me what I'm talking about? You
I
know
mean,
what I
it was
mean?
a
Like
decent match.
you had a street fight. What is it? What was it called? Because they always call them street fights from wherever they wrestle. Was it Orlando? But anyway, um, okay. Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez. Like I said, one at one point, man, that could have so much potential, but for some reason, it just felt like a filler. You know what I mean? They went in, they were all everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like where to now? You know what I mean? Because like I said, Dakota Kai was, being put in a position fighting against the champion, which was Raquel. But then Mandy popped up, and you know what I mean. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that match?
I mean, it was good. It was, I mean, it wasn't like the best match, but it was pretty decent in my opinion. You're right. It did feel like a filler match though, but Mandy Rose is the champion, so I don't know what the point of continuing the feud on between these two are because, like neither of them have any they don't have a belt. Like I said, Mandy Rose is champion, so what was the point of them fighting each other again? Like there's just no point. I mean, this was just one of those things where they just threw it in there just for the hell of it, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It was just pretty much a setup for for the running after, just setting up, I guess, the match between Raquel and Mandy Rose as you know, a rematch, you know. So, what is the the name of the group again? I forgot.
Toxic
Toxic.
attraction.
Yeah, man. You need that toxic attraction in your life. You know what I mean? And they're on TV. They're on TV, all up on there. Even though we had the little girl, Darby Allin's sister, pops up, and she like, oh, I want Mandy or whatever, but it's like Raquel's like, man, pretty much shut the fuck up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You,
Cora Jade. I mean, she's coming in there trying to like, put her heels in the ground, let everybody know she's there. But I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, I think she has potential too. But like I said, it all at the end of the day, it all depends on booking, and it depends on who they want to push because there's a lot of good talent out there that don't get the shine that they need.
definitely, man. It's just pretty much the the you know what I mean, the matches that they put out, you know what I'm saying, and the things that happen is just sometimes don't make no sense. But it was a pretty cool match. Other than that, I don't, they had a little scuffle between Roderick Strong and what's the other guy name? Uh, the one with the
Uh,
belt. They're about to unify the belts. Carmelo.
oh yeah, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. So they're about to unify that. And the thing we heard that before. You know what I mean? That they were about to get rid of the belts and stuff. And another unification. And I don't like it, but the way the things are is like I don't care because there ain't really nothing really popping. You know what I mean? Are you cool with that? The
I don't, I don't,
unification.
I don't really care either way, man. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not up to, what the fans want. I mean, granted, they say the fans are, the main part of the business. Like our opinions matter, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't. Like for unification purposes, I mean, it seems like they got too many titles as is, and there's just not enough time on that show to, showcase all of it. So whatever works, I guess, right?
I guess that's they working with what they had. You know what I'm saying? You had all that stuff. Another match that happened that I didn't know we think we needed, but this girl, Electra, what is it?
Lopez.
But she thicker than a snicker, boy. But
I did have a problem with this match though. Like personally, in my opinion, Io Shirai had her time as a champion. I mean, she is like one of the faces of the women division. I personally think that Elektra Lopez should be pushed as like, the next one that's going to be the up and coming star on the show because Io Shirai doesn't need it anymore. She doesn't need the shine. She should have took the L on that one, personally, in my opinion.
Yeah, but eventually they're trying to keep her happy. You know what I mean? Because she could bounce and go to old friends wrestling. But it just some talent that get lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Because that Legado and Fantasma is like they had something going next to you see them, but like not with the strength that they had. And to me, that's uh what you call it like that's opportunity that they missing. Introduce a trios belt. You know what I mean? I didn't think I wanted that shit, but other promotions that work, you got the talent, and not the belt is not made by you know what I mean who has it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. I mean, pretty much that's what it is. Whoever has it. You know what I mean? So just give them some belts. You know what I mean? Like that's more money for you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Just make something different. You know what I mean? They got the talent.
Yeah, I'm sure the trios bets were talked about in WWE at one point, but clearly, I'm guessing that was red flag because Vince does what Vince wants, and if he's not into it, it's just not going to happen. I mean, I guess he's comfortable with the way things are for right now, and if he sees an opportunity to introduce something new to the company, he's going to do it when he wants.
Yeah. And real quick, you know what I mean? Just switched it up, touching that. What's your thoughts on Matt Riddle involvement with
The
NXT?
shaman.
The shaman.
Oh man, that's a nice little bit right there. I mean, clearly it looks like a trio of stoners right there, just enjoying stuff because they're opening this magical bag and shit like that, and they're staring in it like it's the Holy Grail of Bud or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
I mean,
mean, I enjoy the hell out of that.
some people don't like it. Don't get me wrong. Impact did a good job with that like that 70s show type of feel to it. And NXT, I guess they could do so much. But to me it was kind of like why Riddle, but he fit. But you know what I mean? That show like they see big things on dude, regardless of let's say his background. You know what I mean? To be honest, he should be on the UFC fight. You know what I mean? Cause his shit was over some marijuana. You know what I mean? And come on now, look at it now. You know what I mean? He should be getting back pay. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know where they're going with this. You know what I mean? Is it I'm biased because I'm a stoner? Yes. So I enjoy it. A little sprinkle on that. But to get it to what actually everybody was looking forward on NXT on Tuesday, you had the phenomenal AJ Styles pop up on NXT 2.0, and I guess they had some exchange on Twitter. Grayson Waller calling out AJ Styles.
Yeah, it all started because he was making fun of his haircut, like everyone's calling it soccer mom haircut and stuff like that. And then he brought up the fact that, almost dropped him in the ring and left him high and dry, and that was supposed to be like AJ Styles' meal ticket or something like that. So now he's trying to make a name for himself on NXT, calling out like, a legend between businesses, man. I mean, AJ Styles, he's been in, shit, he was in WCW when he was a young guy. He was in TNA/Impact, whatever you want to call it, Ring of Honor. I mean, he's been everywhere, even in Japan. I mean, New Japan. I mean, he's done it all.
Yeah, AJ definitely, made the rounds, all the way from our age, to his run in Impact, we saw what he did, with the Bullet Club and all that stuff. Like me, I remember at the Rumble, I was pumped and I was calling it because, at that time, I believe that was the night before he was overseas. And, they be, chanting and shit. And he was number three. Number three is my favorite number. So when he popped up that year, everybody was like around me, how do you know? How do you know? And I'm like, I'm a mark, like, yeah, I knew that. But you know what I mean? I don't know where they're going with it. If he's gonna be on NXT 2.0 now, and that's his way of pretty much passing the torch and on his way out of the you know of the business. But according to reports, they have big plans for him.
Yeah, I don't know how
So
long
we
they
don't
plan
know.
on keeping him in there, but I mean, it might be nice to see him have like a stint in NXT, you know, like a fresh start somewhere else because, there's really not a whole lot going on for Raw anymore with him because, there's just too many, big name talents over there. So let's see what he can do over in NXT right now with, Grayson Waller.
The way we've been talking about, you know what I mean? Like the way Vince see things, he's just on some.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
You know what I mean? So he see things different. You know what I mean? And uh, did I want to see AJ Styles in NXT before? Yes, but that boat left. You know what I mean? And they missed that boat. You know what I mean? And even though there's some matches that'll be cool, but for what? You know what I mean? NXT. I'm sorry, you don't have the juice. You know, pun intended. Shout out to the juice man. You know what I mean? We put his face on the back of a milk carton. You know, we will hopefully find him soon. Hopefully you had a happy holidays, my man. But yeah, definitely, man. I don't know what's the purpose of him, you know, being there. Kofi, dímelo, papi. What's going on? You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, but going back to what we were talking about, it, Mr. Medio Daddy Cool, he said there was a chance to introduce the trios belt when they had the Shield and the New Day together. You got a strong point, my friend. Yeah, definitely. But of course, it wasn't something they created, so they weren't gonna go with that shit. You know what I mean? So that was that. You know what I mean? So they were like, we ain't doing that shit. You know, what I mean? Like so. I guess that's pretty much NXT. Nothing really crazy happened, but so I guess we go. You know, you move on to Wednesday. And
Dynamite.
when it's Wednesday, you know what that means. And with that, we're gonna send our respects, to the late Broly Lee. As we recording a year from when he passed.
A lot of people online are paying tributes to him, much love for the man. He had a great run in the business. I mean, too short in my opinion. But even his son, Brody Lee Jr., is trying to keep his memory alive along with, the Dark Order, even though, we're really not big fans of them. At least I know I'm not. So
Yeah, I
but
mean, like that's separate. The Dark Order sucks. You know, what I mean, let's keep
yeah.
it 100. I mean, not even the dead guy would say that. I'm sorry, that's too soon. No, but respect to John Huber. You know what I mean? Like he left a legacy because what I mean. Like people speak on him and like they got stories. You know what I mean? They name workouts after him. It's a good feeling and a testament of the person he was as a human being. You know what I mean? So shout out to him and the family and shit and to all his friends. You know what I mean? But moving along, we had a reunion of some sorts. Um,
That was badass, man.
dude, they opened the show. We got Adam Cole, baby. Fighting Orange Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? Orange fucking Cassidy. Um, I guess he's different, but yeah, man. So they were going at it, and dude, next thing the car's been shifted. You know what I mean? More people going to dark. I know a lot of people when they saw that shit, they were like, ah, you know what I mean? Like it's like another one. We have a reunion to some sorts, but first of all, we had Kyle O'Reilly pop up and join his let's say call it the undisputed era, you know, and just like this, the way they did it a few years ago, you know what I mean? The violent artist is all elite. Kyle O'Reilly. What's your thoughts on that, homie?
I mean, I kind of figured he was going there anyway. It just made more sense because he has all his buddies over there. But after he popped out, and you had Fish in the ring with him too, with Adam Cole, and then you had the Young Bucks staring in the back. They were just hanging out over there, like looking at him, like, what the fuck, man? I was really hoping they were going to turn and just beat the shit out of the Bucks, man. I'm not a Bucks fan. I can't stand them either. Not one of my favorite tag teams of choice. I would rather see them, go take a seat in the back with Cody. But it is what it is, man. It was a great moment for television, probably the best moment on television all week, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty much that. Then that pretty much the show sucked after that. But they were coming out from Greensboro, right? North Carolina. That's a well-known town for wrestling, and you know, seeing that picture of these three guys that they pretty much been following each other throughout their career, all the way from ROH to um, you know, the run they had as an undisputed era, and now they all leave, and it makes sense. We were talking about the trios champion. Most likely AEW will introduce them first, then WWE, and they will work over there beautifully. They have a lot of people. Although to me the best trio out there, hands down, is Shane Taylor Promotion. Fuck what you heard anywhere. You know what I mean? Get them cats a try. You will see. Shane Taylor Promotion is that group. But I was
Shout out to
pumped,
Shane
man.
Taylor, Cleveland's own, man. Gotta love Shane
Yeah,
Taylor.
I was pumped because you know what I mean. One thing that I've been saying, you know what I mean. Nobody wants to see that shit. I want to see Red Dragon, and we got my man right here. Just put it out there. You know what I mean. He's fortunate, humble. He's diabetic too, so props to him. You know what I mean. He battles. You know what I mean, constantly. Like it don't seem like he's going through that. But at the end, as you can see, Red Dragon is back. Woo-wee! I love that. That shit is money. And I guess we're gonna see them wrestle on Wednesday, the three against the three amigos or whatever the fuck they come, the friends, good friends, bad friends. But pretty much gonna be the last Dynamite on TNT. They move into TBS starting on the new year, and I guess it's cool. But yeah, Red Dragon is here. You know what I'm saying? What else? That let's say but okay, I don't know. We should. Well, nah, we'll leave it for when we talk to Rampage because it kind of fits that. But the main event of that night, it was pretty, pretty homage. You know what I mean? Sting. You know what I mean? And then like CM Punk looked like what I mean when you creating a character, you kind of look like this. But what was your thoughts on that match? Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk versus MJF and FTR, and with all the homage, being in North Carolina and shit.
I mean, it was okay. I wasn't really fond of it, man. It didn't do shit for me, but looking at Sting with his face paint on and CM Punk with his on, CM Punk looks older than Sting, and Sting's in his 60s, man. Like, I'm sorry. I just thought it was like a bad paint job, and they shouldn't have went that far. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Just
you would
CM
think
Punk
like
looks like a grandpa. I'm sorry, man. I had to say it.
yeah, like fucking David Arquette. Why would you what I mean, go that route? Like have the same person that did his thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like on a real, if I would see the person that did that paint job on Sting, I would straight be like this.
What is the five fingers say to the face?
What?
You know what I mean? Because it's like that was disrespectful, man. It kind of took away from it. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
the old crow face paint back in like WCW days. That's where it was, man. It just looked that much better back then. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that it was felt kind of hard to tice. You know, it's okay. You know what I mean? But it was for some reason a little kind of hard. You know what I mean? For
I mean, there was one more thing I wanted to touch on from this. It was the Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose match.
wasn't that on Rampage or was it on
No, that was Dynamite.
Oh, Dynamite. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So in this match, right, you have Ruby Soho against Nyla Rose,
I mean,
and
personally, I was expecting Nyla Rose to just like, have a squash match and just like whip her ass like all across the ring and be done and over with it. But surprisingly, she came out on
Ruby.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Ruby Soho could go, man. That match, you know what I mean? Of course, it was, it was what it was, but unfortunately, got the attention for the wrong thing. Unfortunately, they escorted a fan for holding up
No, that's
a
not a fan.
sign.
That's just an asshole. I'm not gonna call him a fan. He's
I
just an
mean,
asshole.
to me, that sense of humor, but it's just the times that we live in. You know what I mean? The times that we live in, unfortunately, when something like that happens, and you got my man Jim Cornette, jumping on it, even though it's kind of hypocritical of himself coming out. You know what I mean? Because of course he can't use the N word freely like he used to. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for him being one of the good old
yeah,
boys.
yeah. So for the fact that they ejected the person, what I mean, it's fucked up, but you gotta tend to your consequences when you trying to prove something funny
Well,
like
see, the
that.
thing is, if like Tony Khan lets that go, he's gonna get smoke from like everybody that's like LGBTQ, that's glad with two A's, not one. I mean, like
Yeah,
anybody
but
that's associated with that man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, confiscate the sign, but to remove them, you know what I mean? That's setting uh, a statement like we're not putting up with this shit. I respect that, but it's like Jim Cornette, they have some type of, point, you know what I mean? The crowd, that's, what I mean? And he has a point, but at the same time, this is the day we live in now. And
Exactly.
things
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Like, if people out there got a problem with somebody's sexual orientation or what they do behind closed doors or even what they look like in person now compared to what they looked like 10 years ago, keep that shit to yourself, man. You don't got to go insulting people in public. I mean, this isn't Def Comedy Jam no more, man. It's not making it right for you to, like, basically verbally or physically, whatever you want to call it, abuse somebody out in the open just to try to make a statement or, to hurt their feelings or whatever. It's not cool. Don't be a dick. Keep that shit to yourself. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I got to cut you. That's the rule. Cut you.
pretty much, you know what I mean? Nyla Rose didn't play that shit, you know what I mean? She
She even
pretty
flipped the
much,
motherfucker off.
she let it be known, like, yo, I'll beat your ass, you know what I mean? But, moving along, over than that, so, we had that. uh, Subi Rojo, Ruby, the main event, anything, well, pretty much Impact was pretty much the rundown of the year. So it
Yeah, there
wasn't
was nothing
really,
going on there.
nothing really going on. Um, so I guess we go straight up to SmackDown, you know. Um, man, they had a great video piece, as in like, recounting Paul Heyman uh time with the company and through his career. Then again, it makes sense because WWE owns all that shit. So whoever did that video, salute. That shit had me like, Paul Heyman is somebody, you know what I mean? And they started with that heat, you know what I mean? Like with a sit down, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on, bro?
I mean, yeah, it basically said that, he just recently got fired from, working with the tribal chief. And, basically because he admitted to the truth that he was trying to protect the tribal chief from the beast himself, Brock Lesnar, which I already know that's going to be one hell of a match for that championship when it does happen. I mean, I don't know how much they got planned for it, but I could see it being a good one because they don't pay Brock Lesnar all the fucking money they do for it to be some bullshit. Just let's put it that way. What's up, Get Your
Yeah,
Podcast, man? How you been?
yeah, yeah, man. Just happy holiday, just it's my main man right there. About to get linked up and you know talk some shit. But yeah, definitely that match. Um, I mean not that match. That interaction. With Paul Heyman, it's tense. You know what I mean? Because where they gonna go from here? You know what I mean? Moving forward. We still got day one right around the corner. We have the Rumble, and everything's gonna line up as we well know. It seems like Stone Cold might be involved match in that match as a referee. My assumption might be something else. He might be the host of the show. So we should see how everything works out. You know what I mean? And runs. You know what I mean? But then so any last thoughts on Paul Heyman involvement in Roman Reigns?
Nah, man, more power to him, though. One of the best promo cutters in the business. I mean, between his booking skills and his promo cutting skills, he's the man, without a shadow of a doubt.
No doubt, no doubt. But moving along, we had a match between man Tony Storm is TQ. We had Tony Storm versus Charlotte Flair, and unfortunately Tony Storm came out short. But I'm glad that it took her too long. Um, the Aussie girl, she is pretty nice. She's now getting the repetitions. In the ring, and to a lot of people might see like she's not in her Charlotte's level, but to me, it's just it was just a matter of time that she is put in that in that showcase so she could show how good she is.
I mean,
Juice Robinson, you lucky motherfucker.
right on. I mean, we all, know why Charlotte's there, but in my personal opinion, I'm not really fond of seeing her in the ring anymore. Thank you, Just. Appreciate it. But yeah, I don't really need to see Charlotte anymore either. Like, I'm tired of her. Like, I would love to see Tony Storm become a champion. I mean, she was already a NXT UK champion at one point. So, she does have the ability to, carry the weight and be a great champion in the future. Let's make it happen.
Oh boy, yeah, we should see. She definitely, you know, with the time will tell. You know what I mean? And she's beautiful in front of camera, so I'm pretty sure it's something that whoever's running SmackDown, and Vince will, dig. And then again, that's why she's in that position that she's in now. And hopefully they do the right thing by her without, let's say, jeopardizing or putting Charlotte in a what I mean, a certain situation that will take someone her lust, you know what I mean? But yeah, well, definitely. But first I want to send a shout out to back in a Raw podcast. You know what I mean? My boys out there in the Midwest. But when I saw this,
It looks all
the
sorts of
first
wrong. That's all I'm gonna say.
the first thing that was like, yo, I know my main man over there is back in a Raw, the number one podcast on Pornhub, gonna be having a blast with this shit. What the fuck is this?
I got nothing, man. I'm just saying I got nothing.
My God, like, yo, I mean, don't get me wrong. Whatever they give this guy, runs with it, and he not no red rooster. Like, I don't want to be a rooster. He didn't got it over. I'm not saying that this getting over, but what I mean, stuff like this. It's like, yo, like what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
nobody coming to see you, Otis.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, chill out, man. Like nobody cares about you, Corbin, but they still put him on TV. They
You
still
said
put
Red
him on
Rooster.
TV. Yeah, remember the Red Rooster? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor, that's his real name. He's in booking, I believe, for WWE, if
Yeah,
not in the
yeah.
booking.
A lot of people, dig him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, you know what I mean? It's definitely something. I don't know, man. It's like they pretty much, you know what I mean, on that shit. They just like,
Fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
you know what I mean? Like that's pretty much, you know what I mean. You
I don't know,
fuck
man.
it.
I don't like the way they book Bear. I don't like Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I don't like the way they book him, man. I thought he was so much better being like,
Dude.
the
And,
motorcycle looking riding dude, badass, whatever you want to call him. He was so much better when he had what Harry did have on his head and he was kicking everybody's ass in NXT. I wish they would book him like that again because he should have been a champion.
and you know what's crazy? We were just talking about Tony Storm. The when Corbin made his debut on NXT, he was facing Juice Robinson, where he was going by CJ Parker. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That he's now banging Tony Storm for bastard. But anyway, he's from Chicago, so once again, shout out to my people in the West. You know what I mean? Smacking the raw. You my boy Just. No, but my band. That shit's crazy, man. Like how that shit be, you know what I mean? But definitely Tony is thicker than a McDonald's shake. Ow! You know what I mean? Yeah,
Medium Daddy
definitely.
Cool says Kayla's got some great chemistry with Paul. Most definitely, because he was always what was it? Previous weeks he was coming up by her with that whole like stalker image and shit, like breathing down her neck and stuff.
Yo, yo, happy birthday, big guy. My man's doing it big down, and down south. You know what I mean?
Happy
Listening
birthday,
to that,
JT. Hope you're enjoying your holidays.
listening to Macca saw that Christmas present hitting him like, what the fuck? My man JT, listening to JT Money down there. Yeah, that Toddy. Yo, like what the
The
like?
fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
You know what I mean? Like, yo, what you mean the sauce? Nah, the Toddy sauce. Yeah, man. Like, he definitely took one in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what she
he's
said.
straight. Yeah. Ow! For sure. You know what I mean? It's like straight up. And I wonder if, you know what I mean, who approved that? Was it this guy? I don't know. I don't know, but that's definitely something pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
I know normally we
Moving,
call him do right, Vince, but with that whole getup on, man, I don't even know what to call him for that one, man. That's like I don't know.
yeah, he kind of crazy, but yeah, moving along from Mister what is it, Matt Cap and Happy Corbin getting all nutted on the face. They had what they had my main Shinsuke Nakamura and not wrestle, just be on the sideline. But talent like Shinsuke Nakamura didn't wrestle. He had Rick Buzz, and they had some type of what was it? The tournament, right, or something to he be facing next, and they had a bunch of people, and at one point I thought Ricochet was gonna win, but you know what I mean. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You know what I mean. I was definitely,
Wrong. Wrong.
but I guess we had the winner. You know what I mean, and
Sami
that
Zayn.
we had Mr. Sami Zayn winning. Which, if I don't remember, do you remember who was Nakamura's first match in WWE NXT?
Wasn't it Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but see, you know what? You know what's really cool about this? This guy goes from having a title match for the heavyweight championship, or I mean, the wasn't it Universal? So he goes from having a main title match to now having another title match. So this guy must be doing something right to be getting all this, like, these title matches thrown his way.
oh, you know what it is, right? They want him to sign. Hey, we're gonna sign you. Hey, here you go. You know what I mean? More TV time. You know,
If they
you're
don't do
not going
that,
anywhere.
El Generico is going to be coming to AEW.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see that, but there's gonna be some nostalgia out there. After so many years. But
But do you remember how they used him, like, when him and Kevin Owens were feuding in NXT, like those two were beating the shit out of each other. And then, he started having a decent run in WWE, but now they're just kind of using him as like a comic relief. Like, even though the shit really isn't funny, I mean, they're just kind of using him as like a comic relief almost. And I mean, unless they start booking him as like a Stone Cold Killer, then I just don't see this working out for too much longer.
I know, but the fact that they kept Kevin Owens, and they see what's going on, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is well documented that they are friends. You know what I mean? So you best believe WWE was
I
like,
like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
you know what I mean? So that's pretty much sealed it. You know what I mean?
Did you ever
Sami
notice what
Zayn.
he looks like with how he dresses? He looks like a specific world leader.
No, he's really into civil rights in the sense of for his Syrian people, and he's really outspoken.
He
Definitely.
looks like a certain Cuban world leader. Just the way he dresses in that green coat and that green hat, he looks just like the man himself that ain't around no more. But
Well, Fidel
looking like
Castro.
that's what I'm saying. That's what he looks like. He looks like Fidel Castro with that coat and that hat on almost.
Yeah, but definitely say hi. Got a little running. Say hi. Oh yeah, he's a little cranky. But Fidel Castro, for those man, he's a hero. The United States trying to make him look bad. And I don't want to go that conspiracy hole, but man, they did Cuba wrong. Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? But moving along, um, so pretty much, what was the main event from SmackDown? Do you remember? I don't remember.
Or wait, wasn't it with fuck, what was it? I think it was the Usos and shit, it's slipping my mind now.
Yeah, little homie, trying to be a little badass. Yeah, they've been kind of like under the weather. You know what I mean? With all this time, it's like that LeBron James meme he put with the Spider Man pointing at each other. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, is it what you call it, flu or cold or what's it get? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, Papa, yeah, Papa. Got no choice. You know? Yeah, little assholes. But anyway, yeah, man, I love the kids. Like Wu Tang, Wu Tang, Wu Tang for the children. Feel me? But definitely, man. SmackDown, it was recorded. You know what I mean? It did what it did. Moving forward now, things gonna get tightened up. Because there's a lot of things that AEW could be doing. You know what I'm saying? Moving, going to the new year with all the people that are out there, with all the Ring of Honor, you know what I mean? Talent that is out there. So man, it should be interesting. You know what I mean? How that shit goes. You know what I mean? But it was Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Day, uh, something that's been a tradition for many, many years. I guess, they brought it back even though it was Rampage, recorded bullshit, Uh we had some wrestling on Christmas Day, man. Nay, hey, well, what was your feeling on that?
I was happy, man, because I did what I had to do earlier, so it was kind of cool to come home and get to watch some wrestling later on in the evening. Because I think originally it was supposed to start at 8 because they had that Christmas Story movie on. They had to like jump up to about 9 because you know how they usually got that movie playing for like 2 days straight. So I enjoyed it personally. I mean, I thought Rampage and Dynamite pretty much were the two shows that took the cake this week. Like WWE just did not show up this week.
I don't know. But just real quick, man. I don't know what you guys out there in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. What's up with this girl?
Personally, they're still
What's
hating
going
on
on?
her. They're still hating on her on social media because she's taking pictures with Sammy Guevara. She's saying they're just friends, and that's fine. If they're friends, they're friends. If they got together after him and his fiance broke up, that's fine too. But the thing y'all need to know, the thing y'all need to know is about those two. Whatever they do in their personal time, that's their motherfucking business. Stop saying she caused a scandal or some cheating and bullshit. Whatever the fuck they're doing is two consenting adults. Leave them the fuck alone. That's all you gotta do. Don't worry about them. And she's fine as fuck too. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, man. It's definitely something that's what I mean that's is out there, what I'm saying, in the social media, what I mean? Even though of course he said it happened in October, whatever, but now she's all up in the videos, she's doing blogs and stuff, they taking pictures. It could be a troll. Like, oh, we got something, let's
There's
keep
always gonna be
fucking with
some
people's
damn
stuff.
haters in pro wrestling, man. There's always gonna be some damn haters. That's their
Yeah,
job, though. They're
so
supposed to hate.
exactly. So who knows? You know what I mean? Like,
But speaking of Rampage, though, man, what are you thinking about Hook, though, man?
oh, I mean, I'm digging his entrance. It's dope. You know what I mean? Kind of believable what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like my man said, she fall. You know what I mean? She got that Brazilian boy. I don't know about y'all, but on Pornhub, that Brazilian section be popping. You know what I mean? I only get to like page 4. But anyway, that's for another show.
She could put me in. She no tapping.
Yeah,
Oh
my
shit.
main man, Justin Nakasa. Yeah, but definitely, the Rumble's always there. You know what I'm saying? If he is, he's not. More power to him or whatever, whatever. You feel me? But I could say Hook. Um, he looked good. You know what I mean? The fact they got a banging ass theme song. First of all, Taz, the Duke could move. You know what I'm saying? And we just gotta see how they keep building him up. And oh, he wrestles. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward and shit.
There were some pretty stiff shots in that match, though, man, between him and what was the guy's name? I think Bear Bronson or something like that.
Yeah, I
Those were
believe
pretty
they
hard
are.
shots.
Yeah, I think they are. I don't know if they're upper New York, Buffalo area, whatever. But you know, they
Yeah, because
there now.
that one forearm that he took to the side of the face from the other guy, Hook took that forearm, man. I was like, fuck, dude, that shit had to hurt, man, because he caught it like, bam, like square in the right in the mush. But
Yeah,
he
we
has his
had him.
dad. Yeah, he has his dad's move set down 100%. He knows how to throw the crossface. He's just working that shit, and then he finishes it up with like the Taz submission on the ground, so he hooks him in like that. And it's a good match. I like it. Like I was a fan of his dad, growing up. I still think his dad's fucking awesome. And if they ever get him back in the ring to do the same shit, I would laugh my ass off because I've been waiting to see it again. Because they only did it
Yeah,
once
yeah,
since AEW when he came in, and he hooked Cody in the Taz mission once. because he was talking about his son before his son actually became like, a face in the company. So,
Yeah.
Taz, you got to do it one more time, man. Your old school fans got to see it.
Yeah, that definitely would be cool, man. But I guess what I mean. What else did it happen that Rampage that you could think of? Nothing really transpired, right?
Uh, Before I get to the main event, it was
Yeah, I can.
what was that one girl's name? It was Layla Hirsch and fuck, what was her name?
Oh, um, Cat, Stanlander. I don't know
Yeah,
what you think, but
Who
this.
gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. Who gives a fuck what Ja?
I don't know if what I'm saying, he was thinking about that shit, but I wasn't really, you know, wanting to watch that match. But it's obviously that they see something in Kyla Hirsch. You know what I mean? They see something in her, so that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? They're giving it attention, but I don't know. It's just something off. You know what I mean? But
see, that's the way some shows
obviously,
are, though. They're always going to have a match in there where, like, you might like it, you might not, but if you want to see what happens after, you kind of got to watch it just to, get to the next one after it. So it was just like, it is what it is. That's all I got for that one. It wasn't nothing too exciting.
me personally,
Hated it.
I wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like if I knew who booked that
Your
shit,
mom's a hoe.
and I would leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But moving along to the main event. Main
This
event.
was some bullshit, man. Like, fuck this match. That's all I'm going to say. He doesn't
So
need
you,
it. We've been saying this shit for weeks now. This motherfucker needs to stay his ass in the back and do his job as management.
dude, is he doing it on purpose or what?
Oh, of course, man. He wants that shine again. He just wants to be, the face of the company. I mean, even though that's not the heavyweight championship, I mean, it's still, a pretty well-known title to the company. So I was so disappointed with this match. I was like, man, fuck you, dude. Get the hell out of
Dude,
here.
to me, it was like he's doing it on purpose. He's just fucking trolling people. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a hell of a match. Don't get me wrong. But what was the point for everybody to come down to the ring and the Brandy Rhodes? Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see you, man.
No,
It's
that
like
was
literally.
because they had a guy that's part of the Crockett family, which, the Crockett family is one of the main families that had a big name in the professional wrestling business. So David Crockett, the guy that handed him the championship at the end of the match, I mean, that was a big thing for him, I guess, because, Cody has to have all these big moments in the company because,
But
he need.
on the
Ain't
real,
nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming.
it's the same thing, and nobody
I
can
didn't
see
want to
you,
see it either,
Brandy.
but I'm just saying it's like they did this for, because of Cody.
Me, you know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of Brandy Road whatsoever or Jay, but I'd rather see this.
Oh,
Look
hell
at
yeah.
this than Brandy come to the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the fuck? One more time, one more time for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not even on that boat. You know what I'm saying? But
But there was something that
definitely,
happened after this, though, when they had everybody loaded in the ring. I know we don't have a clip
yeah.
of it right now, but basically Hook got in the ring and he was standing basically face to face with Cody. Bitch
Oh.
slapped him right in the face. So, they said the next time they come to
What
Greensboro,
What is the five fingers say to the face? What? Slap.
like
pretty
that?
much. And they said
Oh
and
wow!
Cody said the next time they come to Greensboro, it's going to be him and Hook.
Oh
So
really?
I would personally rather see Hook grab that championship than watch Cody have another championship for another week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. You don't need that shit. Make it stop now, please. Just make it stop. We don't need this anymore. Kenny Omega's gone, thankfully. Fuck him. Now Cody's got his championship. Fuck him too. We don't need that shit around here. No, we don't. You got plenty
Yeah,
of up and
we
coming talents that need the shine. You booked all these talents from WWE and all around the world now. Give them some
Yeah,
time.
I would literally would be like, you know what I mean? But there's no hate. It's the truth.
Oh, the fans are
Um,
trolling the hell out of Cody now online because of it. Everybody's pissed off.
yeah.
Every nerd that wants to bang Tay is mad at Sammy right now.
Oh, what's going on there? Yeah, but yeah, that Cody match, unfortunately, it was good. I did not expect that ending, but if you said what you just said, I wasn't aware of that. That hook popped in. The writings on the wall. Um, they're going over to TBS. They haven't mentioned anything about that. If they changing the name to, to that bad bitch show or whatever. You know what I mean? So we shall see. You know what I mean? But you got it right. Miro should get it back. You know what I mean? But like he said, they got Hook involved in it now. I don't know if they know what the fuck they doing over there, but Miro should definitely get a shot at that match again. You know what I mean? At that belt. If you ask me.
Yeah, but where's he at right now? I mean, he's just probably like chilling right now, not doing nothing because they're not booking him at all for anything. I mean, personally, if they did book him on Dark, I would know because I don't watch Dark. Like I try to keep up with all the main shows, so if something does happen on Dark, I'm probably the last person to find out about it. But Miro is a better champion in my opinion than Cody. I've never been a fan of Cody.
Dude, all I gotta say with fucking Cody,
Silence! I can't take this shit no more.
it's like they better fucking do something with that shit, man. Cause they got, they're gonna lose some people, but then again, it seems like they doing it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They definitely doing it. You know what I'm saying, with a purpose of getting people. You know what I mean? Pissed.
I'm over it. I mean, it was a semi decent week in wrestling, but like I said, that whole Cody bullshit that fucked up the whole show for me. I was the best part of the week seeing 3 out of 4 members of UE reunite, but Cody at the end of the week that fucked it all up. That was the end all be all for me. I just didn't want to see that. But it is what it is because he is one of the faces of the company. He is part of the company. He started the company, so he gets that kind of pull to do whatever the hell he wants. So
Yeah, but definitely. So that pretty much, runs it down on what I mean, what happened this past week on wrestling. There wasn't too many news that we could say. Of course, the rumor about for those that don't know, AEW gonna be in Cleveland uh next month, and one Johnny Gargano, he's a hometown hero. So the speculations is that he might make an appearance or make a debut there. Which it makes sense. Why not? So what's your thoughts on the possible Johnny Wrestling joining All Friends Wrestling?
it'd be pretty badass. I mean, because hey, he's one of the best wrestlers to come out of NXT in my opinion. Always been a big fan of his. And with NXT guys, they only had 30-day non-compete clauses aside from the main roster, which is 90. So he doesn't have to wait like 2 extra months just to go do something. So if he does jump on there for that event in Cleveland, sweet deal. It's going to be a banger of a show. And if not, then we'll see what he does in the future because right now he's just chilling.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I got the room, and AEW got the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Love it or hate it. You know what I'm saying? They got the momentum, so why not? Just keep hitting them, and hitting them. You know what I'm saying? And another news that popped up: Jonathan Gresham, uh, your ROH champion, will be. You know what I mean? Yeah, it will be. He will be defending um his title in different promotions, and the one to be the first one is going to be Impact versus Chris Sabin at Hard to Kill. Um, that was some good news that I didn't expect seeing. Right?
Yeah, he's definitely a great wrestler to come out of ROH. So I'm willing to see whatever he has. I mean, he shows up to Cleveland for other promotions here and there. So you know what? Let's see what's going to come of it. I mean, I've seen part of the lineup for Hard to Kill, but I don't know all of it. So we'll see what comes
Yeah,
with the what when the pay-per-view hits. I'll be watching. I love Impact.
yeah, yeah. But definitely, I mean, I don't know, man. Think it's that time?
Sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Yeah, man. It's definitely that time. Um, as you'll as well, that we always get that public service announcements. You know what I mean? So for all of you to remember to wash your hands and wash your ass and use soap. You know, like my main man, the juice man. Like I will repeat, he's in the back of a milk carton. Hopefully he'll come up soon, maybe in the next year or so. But yeah, man, use soap and like a Cheech always say, from face to ass, not ass to face. And
And
what else,
honestly,
Mr. Michelangelo?
oh, I always gotta say, man, just because you're washing everything doesn't mean you can't put on some backup. Get some deodorant, put on a couple coats, get some body spray, some cologne, whatever you do. But most importantly, when you're talking to people, please make sure your breath is not kicking like a Bruce Lee movie. Throw some breath mints in there, brush your teeth, use some mouthwash, just anything to make anybody's day that much better.
And definitely, definitely. And remember, for all y'all out there,
Fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
yeah. But
Oh man.
those that, y'all don't rock with Marks with Mikes, that's what it is. But you know what I mean? This is another episode. We held it down for JT. Hopefully we did you proud, big homie.
Yeah, and if you
And
didn't ask earlier, he's completely okay. He's just celebrating his birthday and the holidays right now. So he'll be back
yeah,
soon. He's just
he
kicking it right now.
he's starting in Miami. Like he said, he's in Miami, living it up, you know what I mean, with the family. So ooh, yes, definitely. Definitely. Them bitches were nice. You know what I mean? Damn, them SBs they changed the game. You know what I mean? How they they seen in the game. But yeah, you know, just wanna thank you again for listening, and y'all know where to find us on IG, March with Mics on Twitter, March with Mics in the Book of Faces. We out there. You know what I mean? Right here with my main man, Mr. Casanova. This is El Chiste en la Casa, and we out this bitch. Peace. Sayonara, my friends. You know what I mean? So remember that, you know what I mean? Everything changes. So you have a good, happy holiday and a happy new year. So peace out.